paid $2,000 a month for a 1-bedroom, 750 square foot apartment, and I posted an apartment tour a couple days ago, and I am floored by the amount of comments saying that that is a good deal and I should be really happy about that. No. In what world is $2,000 a month, $24,000 a year for a 750 square foot apartment ever a good deal? I don't understand that. That just proves that we are living in a dystopian world where rent prices are insanely out of control. In what world would 750 square feet be $2,000 a month? I have absolutely no idea. That is just not okay. That is 1 month's pay for me. That is my whole entire monthly paycheck for rent. Luckily, I don't have to pay it by myself, because how in the world is somebody supposed to ever live on their own anymore when you have to make 3 times the rent, and rent is insanely expensive? Nobody can afford that. Nobody can get approved for that. For my little tiny crappy apartment, you'd have to make $72,000 a year to be approved on your own without a cosigner or a roommate or anybody else. How is that ever supposed to happen? It's not. So no, it's not a good deal. I will never think that that is a good deal.
Let's just go ahead and say it. The low-income housing crisis is out of control. You can't find a decent place to live that don't look like a crime scene or cost more than your whole paycheck. And every time you think you found a deal, they want 3 pay stubs, a credit score from heaven, and your firstborn child as a deposit. It's getting ridiculous, and nobody in power seems to care unless it's time for elections. But if you want to know the best way to get a decent looking place for like $750, then check out this video right here. I'll go through that in that video. So let's break it down. The average rent in America just hit record highs. And I'm not talking about luxury apartments downtown. I'm talking about regular 1-bedrooms that used to be $800, now going for $1,400 or more. And if you're low income or on Section 8, baby, good luck, because landlords either don't want to accept vouchers or they keep the rent just high enough that you don't qualify. They're pricing poor people right out of the neighborhoods they grew up in. There's a few reasons this mess keeps getting worse. Investors buying up everything. You got companies and hedge funds buying whole neighborhoods and then turning them into high rent rentals. 2, no new affordable housing. Builders want to make condos, not community housing, because condos bring bigger profits. 3, wages ain't keeping up. Rent's up 30%, but people's paychecks still look the same from 2018. 4, gentrification and greed. They'll fix up a neighborhood and a coffee shop and a yoga studio, then boom, rent jumps like it saw a ghost. And while politicians argue on TV, real people are out here living in cars and staying on motels or sleeping on family couches with their kids. People who work every single day, not lazy, not irresponsible, just trapped in a system that keeps pushing them down. Like, how you supposed to work your way up when half your check goes to rent and the other half goes to groceries that now cost double? They keep saying the American dream, but baby, this feel more like the American scheme. You telling me I need to make 3 times the rent, but you paying me just enough to make half. It's math that only makes sense to rich folks and landlords. Let's be honest, this system ain't broken, it's built this way. Developers, banks, and big real estate investors make money every time housing gets more exclusive. They don't want affordable housing, because affordable means less profit. And the government, they talk about it every election year, then forget soon as they win. When people can't afford rent, it affects everything and everybody. Kids switching schools every few months, families breaking apart, crime rates go up, mental health goes down, homelessness spikes.
So I'm tired of talking about it out loud to myself, so I just thought I'd come up here and share this with y'all. There is no funding. Something about the funding is either on hold or there's not any funding when it comes to housing at this point. This is the thing that pisses me off about this. I never got no email or nothing stating that. And this was the housing coordinator lady. She had asked me, I'm like, okay, this is a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm finally talking to the housing coordinator just to find out there's no funding. She's like, there's no funding right now, so your best bet is to get another job and pay for your own apartment like regular people do. And then I told her, simply, It was already hard for me to find the job that I do have right now, let alone trying to find another job. This is crazy. I am going to do some more job searching, because if it's coming down to the point to where it's no funding and they can't house me because the funding is on hold or there's not enough funding to house me, I'm just going to have to find another job. The shelter where I'm at is a 2-year program. After your 2 years, you have to either find another shelter or become homeless on the streets again. And that's not an option for me, so I need to figure it out.
Hold up, before I keep going, let me drop some real talk. If you're tired of barely scraping by and watching rent eat your whole paycheck, it might be time to start owning something. That's why I mess with Wealthy Affiliate. It's a platform that literally teaches you how to build your own online business from the ground up. You don't need a degree, just Wi-Fi and some hustle. You can learn how to create a blog, promote products, and make money while you sleep instead of stressing over rent all day. Check the link below and start your free account. It's in the pinned comment section. Because depending on the 9 to 5 forever, that's the real trap. Goes down, homelessness spikes, not because people don't work, but because they can't afford to exist. It's like we're watching a slow motion collapse of the middle class, and the poor are the first ones falling. If you're blessed to have stable housing, don't get comfortable, because this wave is coming for everybody. Even working professionals are getting priced out now. People making $60,000 still can't qualify for a 1-bedroom in some cities. This ain't just a poor people problem. It's a nationwide crisis. We need more people talking about this. More community action, more pressure on city councils, more accountability for greedy developers, because this is bigger than rent. It's about dignity. It's about survival. And until something changes, this so-called land opportunity gonna keep feeling like the land of eviction notices. And that's just me, unapologetically saying what y'all been thinking the whole time. You ever notice how every year they talk about affordable housing, but the only thing affordable is the lie? Rent is up, wages still crawling, and low-income housing, child, that's starting to look like a lottery nobody wins. Let's talk about this mess, because what's happening right now with housing in America is a straight-up crisis. We got families working full-time jobs, still sleeping in their cars. We got landlords charging $2,000 for apartments that smell like 1998. And these so-called affordable housing projects, they build 10 units, but 1,000 people apply. That math don't math. And let's not even start on Section 8 waiting list. You get approved faster for a college loan you can't pay back than for a roof over your head. See, the government knows this is a problem, but instead of fixing it, they throw out Band-Aids, a housing voucher here, a tax break there, while private companies buy up neighborhoods, flipping them into luxury apartments nobody can afford. It's not just happening in big cities like New York or LA, nah. Even small towns are feeling it now. The average rent in the U.S. jumped over 25% since the pandemic, but income barely moved. You can't stretch what ain't there. And it's not just about money, it's about dignity. People shouldn't have to choose between food and rent. You got folks working double shifts, single parents hustling, and they still can't find a safe place to live. Meanwhile, $1 million condos pop up faster than potholes get fixed. Let's be real. If the system wanted to fix this, it would have by now. So the only way to fight back is to get educated, get creative, and start building something for yourself. Because waiting on the government to save you, baby, that train ain't coming. And if nobody else says it, you deserve more than just surviving check to check while everyone else profits off of your struggle. That's my unapologetic opinion. What do you think? Drop your thoughts below, because this conversation needs to be loud.